New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you.
Everything okay? Okay. We'll explain to you what's going on here in a second.
Norman police pull their guns and handcuff a man they now say did nothing wrong. Now, this after someone called 911 and said he pulled a gun on them in a road rage incident. Police say they're now looking into the caller to see if they broke the law by falsely reporting a crime.
Fox 25's Connor Hansen's got your back. He spoke with police in Norman about it, as well as the man they detained. Connor.
Wendy was right here on Robinson and 24th here on the west side of Norman where that road rage incident was reported. Police say it became clear quickly that the alleged suspect had done nothing wrong. Now it's the people who called 911 who they want to speak to.
Hey, let's see your hands.
Police pulled into a Norman gas station with their weapons drawn, looking for this man. Stephen Bomar is confused but stays calm as officers put him in handcuffs.
We're going to explain everything to you, okay?
Police had received a call about a road rage incident, claiming Bomar pulled a gun on the callers.
Pulled a gun on me, and then so I sped away.
They described the car he was driving and where he was heading.
It's a black guy, and he's in a newer red Chevy Suburban, and it has rims on it.
Bomar told police he was the one being antagonized.
The window down, called me a n***, didn't even say anything to him.
Police did not find any guns after searching the car, but the department says how they responded is typical when they think someone could have a gun. Is that kind of a typical way they'd approach them with that kind of call?
Sure, it absolutely is. So we will have guns out sometimes when we think weapons are involved. So that's pretty typical for the way we would respond. Just repercussions for false reporting of a crime. So that's something that we are going to definitely take a look at this week to see if there's anything that we can do on that side of the call.
Body cam video picks up officers talking about the caller, saying they left the scene.
Seems like this is a let's get the police to mess with him thing, because now they're not even answering their phones.
Police say falsely reporting a crime could put everyone involved in danger.
There's repercussions for false reporting of a crime, so that's something that we are going to definitely take a look at this week to see if there's anything that we can do on that side of the call.
About 15 minutes after pulling their guns on Bomar, police let him go.
Sorry for the misunderstanding.
In Norman, Connor Hansen, Fox 25 News. Police say they'll be looking into the people who called 911 this week. They say the alleged use of racial slurs will be a part of the investigation. We spoke with Stephen Bomar over the phone this evening. He told us he's not really that mad at the police, more the people who called 911. He hopes bringing attention to this will help prevent this from happening again.
All right, so here we go. And, you know, as we always do, we always have true Americans that decide that they want to use the long arm of the law in order to get some type of justification. So you heard the true American call the police and give a false statement, report, what have you. And he stated that, yeah, it was a black guy. He's driving this newer, this newer type of car. I guess he's trying to say that the black guy is a drug dealer. And that he also listed that, yeah, the guy had, pulled such and such on me. And I'm like, really? How did you see that from how far you were as compared to his car, and also at the angle and different things like that? But the police decided to take the call. They went through, they spotted the car at the gas station, and then they rolled up on the black man and they had their weapons drawn. Now, as I told people before, when you have people that suffer from jealousy and envy and different things like that, they will do a variety of things in order to act out, in order to let you know that this is the way that they feel. So more than likely, because they were driving a busted down hoopty from 1994, they were looking at this black man. It was like, oh no. It's impossible for him to sit up there and afford anything like that. Black people don't even have high paying jobs. They're all on welfare. They're all on Section 8. They all use WIC. They all use food stamps. They're draining the economy of all of the money that we had. They're nothing but freeloaders. Like I said, this is the mentality that they have. So in order to get that point across, one, he was, belittled and called a racial slur, which he stated that, yo, this is what this guy did when he rolled down his window. He yelled such and such and such and such to me, right? And then the other way that they will decide to do this, yet again, is by way of them calling the police as to show that, yeah, I have control over your life. Yeah, it can be a live or die type of situation. Yeah, I have major control over that because they respond to my calls and not yours. And then you heard the police sit up there and say that they tried calling them back, but magically they got no response. Now, like I said before, because I'm used to, cops lying very easily, maybe they did have their phone directly off the hook, or they decided not to pay their bill directly on time. But as the cops basically stated, hey, we tried to call them a few times, magically they're not picking up, or magically the phone doesn't work. Isn't that pretty coincidental that you call the police expecting them to do something to this black man? Those plans fell apart, completely in shambles. House of card gone. So now, once you don't hear anything over the wire about, yeah, a such and such black guy was just arrested, or a such and such black guy was just, found deceased, since you don't really have those stories, you're like, oh, it's time for us to hide. We got to lay low for a minute so all of this can basically, blow over, so that sooner or later we can just so happen to do the exact same thing again. And like I told people before, it's like you got to pay very close attention to the actions that a lot of these true Americans happen to make. You got to keep, like Phil said, you got to keep your head on the swivel at all times, because you don't know who could be texting 911 or whatever, or who's calling, or whatever it is. You don't know which one of them could possibly do it. You can just pretty much assume all of them up until further notice. Like I said before, Muhammad Ali basically said in an interview, if there were like 100 or 1,000 snakes coming down this aisle and only one of them is non-poisonous, he was like, am I going to stay on the stage and just hope that the one that is non-poisonous is going to bite me instead of venomous ones, or am I going to treat all of them the same? You're going to treat all of them the same, because you don't want to take that potential risk in actually being wrong, and then something happens that you're not prepared for. Like I said before, that's the system for you, where you have magically these Marys and these Brads. They can decide that they want to weaponize police against black people and or the black community, because they feel a certain type of way about their own lifestyle in which they're living. And it is what it is. But this is why I tell black people, it's like, yo, I want y'all to make it home every single day. So when you're in situations like this, try to think as positively as possible and figure out your best method on basically dealing with situations like that. Like I said, I can't specifically 100% as a black man tell you exactly what it is that you need to do, because every situation is different. It will be, in a sense, foolish of me to basically assume your situation that you're going to have within 2 days, a day, next week, next month, 6 months from now to a year. It would be pretty stupid of me to try to assume that situation, as to say that, all right, 100% that whatever I'm doing here is going to sit up there and work for that situation, when I don't have any stats or anything to directly back that up. So like I said before, I love you guys a lot. I respect all of you guys. And, my main thing is that I would love it if you guys, the same way that you woke up, is the same exact way that you're going to come back home at the end of the day. Because the last thing that I would ever want to do is have to, do a story about somebody that I know, or somebody that, I've talked to, or somebody that's, been a part of the platform, supporters and different things like that. That's the last thing that I want to do. So, it's just me just saying, please do your due diligence to be safe. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.